Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to effectively use Vlookup to solve problems that are related to that. Now, for you to use Vlookup, you must have two tables. The first table is a table that has the information you want to look up, while the other table is where you're looking up from. So looking at what I have in the screen now, I have two tables. Table 1 has three columns. In column 1, you have the employee ID, column 2, you have the employee name, and column 3, you have the employee age. In this particular table, it does not contain the age of the employees. So we have to look up the age of employee from table 2, and in table 2, you have employee ID and employee age. Now, at this point in table 1, the age of the employees are now needed. So for us to find the age of the employees from table 2, we have to use VLOOKUP. Though looking at this number of information we'll have only five columns here, five rows here rather. It is very simple for you to come here in table 2 and say, okay, an employee whose ID is 1 is age 45, copy 45 here and paste here. And you can do it for the 5 rows. However, if you have this information or you have a table that has thousands of rows, you cannot at this point begin to think of manual approach to solve this problem. So you need to automate it such that it will take you less than 1 minute to populate thousands of rows with the right information. So to do this, VLOOKUP will be the approach or the tool we use to solve this particular problem. So how do we look up this? To return the right age to the right employee. So to get this done, you simply take the first cell, the first row you want to return the age for. But before I continue with that, it's very important I point out something. For you to actually solve this problem, you must have what we call primary key, okay, or a column that does not have duplicates. Okay, the the column you use to compare both tables must be a unique, must have unique IDs. Okay, the IDs must be unique. For instance, if you look at the employee ID here, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot see 1 in two places. No two employees in a workspace has the same ID. Okay, so the two tables must have unique IDs, columns that have unique IDs. So in here you have employee ID. You also here you have employee ID, and they are not repeated. They are not duplicated. Good. So we'll now continue by calling VLOOKUP here by saying equal to. At this point, I'll go to my formula tab and come to lookup and references. Then I'll go down to VLOOKUP, which is what I want to use. So at this point, what am I looking up? I'm looking up employee ID 1, employee with ID 1. And where am I looking up this? So I go to the table 2 where I am going to look up. I select the range that I'm looking up, which is exactly this range. That's where I want to look up. Then which column do I want to return from this table? This is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 1, this is column 2. So I'm returning column 2. So I'll put 2 here. Then I want you to return the exact as in it should compare the exact ID. Okay, what is comparing, what is looking up is the exact ID I am looking for. So for me to use exact, I will use force here and click OK. But before clicking OK, for me to make this range a static range, I can simply come here, apply dollar signs to the front of these cells and click OK. So once this is done, you can see that 45, which is the age of employee with ID 1, has been returned. So next, I will double click here to autofill the rest. So you can now see that employee whose ID is 2 is age 24. So you come here, check, you have 24. Employee whose ID is 3 is age 56. So you come here, check 3, you have 56. Employee whose ID is 4 is age 38. So you go to 4, you see 38. An employee whose ID is 5 is age 32. So you come here, check 5, and you see age 32. So with this, you have been able to solve this problem, and it is done in a very short while. So when you have information or a data set with a whole lot of rows, you can use this approach to solve the problem, which would ordinarily have taken you hours to do if manually. Thank you for watching this video. I intend to prepare more other videos like this, where simplified videos, where you can reference anytime you have a challenge. Please be kind enough to like our channel, subscribe to our channel, leave your comments if you have concerns, and be rest assured that in a very short while we'll come back attending to them. Thank you for watching.